So this has escalated quickly, but I think this is about the best thing I could do right now is yank this out of here and try and weld it back nice and straight on the concrete out front. And yeah, I think that's about the best thing I can do for it, because now I can cut this all apart, I can grind it really good. And also, here's like the original weld. I don't know if somebody tried to fix that once or what, but I'm gonna guess that might line up with that corner. Not real sure. But I think I'll take some measurements off of this side and some straight edge work and just see what I can come up with here. So let me grind this apart, because I could not grind it apart underneath there. You see I was trying. The angle would not work. Tried everything. So yeah, let's get this ground apart, and then I'm probably going to call it a night. It is, getting to be that time. Apparently a spot in the lens too. Great. Just great. So that looks a little better. Right now it's just squeezed together with the bolt. I kind of, it's roughly set up. I'm gonna have to move it to weld it in the morning, so pretty much I'll re-square it and remeasure it out there, and then at that point we'll just and then do the same thing on the back side. And I think we'll be alright. I should be able to buzz this as good as the factory welds here. At least I'm assuming this is factory. Because pretty much this piece here sits down over the frame that the pump's on. And these two 1/2-inch bolts go through there. And these bars sit down on top of the frame. Right here-ish. On both sides. And right here is basically what holds your loader up. Hold your arms. The only other thing that holds it is them two pipes that go down to the front of the frame there. That's all that holds that to the tractor. Right now the loader is just sitting around the 816. I legit have all the pins, everything out of it. I did break one of these bolts, so I'm going to use this bolt. And the other one's not too good looking, so if I can find another one like this, I'll replace that and I'll put it all back together, and I'll show you guys the finished product here. Even looks fairly straight across the back. So I know this has been broke out of here at least one other time, because there was weld on both sides of this, and I don't know if it was just crooked and they just welded it and said to heck with it, or I don't know. Who knows? So anyhow, calling it a night. It's well after 9. So getting ready to weld this, and everything is measuring out good. At first I didn't like this, but upon measuring, this one over here actually goes up about close to an 1/8 inch from there to there. So I got about the same going on over here. I'll double check myself once I put the camera down, and if that's good, pretty much I'm gonna go for broke, I guess. I got 14 inches from there to the end, same as the other side, and I got 2 3/4 from there to there. 2 3/4, 2 1/4, whichever it is. But anyhow, I got that. The only thing I'm gonna double check is the height from here to here. Make sure I got that correct. And then otherwise, I'm just gonna weld her up and see what happens. Alrighty there, boys and girls. Got her welded back together here. I'm not going to show you guys too awful close because I'm not real proud of these welds. I was having some issues with my welder, and I don't have the right tips. Apparently I'm out of new tips for this welder. So yeah, I want to get a bigger welder. One of the problems I have is this welder, it's just not hot enough for the stuff I'm trying to do a lot of times. So yeah, it gives you lackluster results. Trying to weld 1/4 inch steel with a welder that should only weld 1/8 inch. you know how it goes. So, anywho's, gonna get this thrown back underneath the tractor and get everything bolted together. Then I'll probably drive it out front here and I'll weld the frame up, and the bucket I'll probably wait on. I don't have any metal to put in it at the moment. I could probably afro engineer something, but you know. Not only that, I'll let this cool down a minute. She's pretty hot. Alrighty there, guys. Got her all bolted back in. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty straight. I don't know if you guys can see down there or not. I'll really be able to tell when I get up and look at the other side. Because the plate on the loader before was forward about that much, where on the other side it was sitting right about here, if I remember correctly. And that'll take this cylinder and everything out of a bind, and the bind I was seeing up there, it's got to be better. I mean, it could definitely be worse, because I could set the loader down and it could go. I kind of doubt it, but anything's possible around here. So, anyhow, I'm going to get the loader jacked back up. Oh yeah, looks even from that side. Anyhow, I'm going to get the loader jacked back up because I can't roll it under there with this block here. It's just in the road just enough, about a ½ inch or an inch. And I'll roll the tractor back forward and sit it back down on the frame. Oh, I just ran my shin into the lift hitch. Oh, that hurt. Okay, keep moving. Yeah, because pretty much this is just a piece of angle iron here that sits down over this and sits flush on the front. And then on the back, this piece right here has this nut and the two holes that those pins line up in, and this nut on top goes in that notch there and clamps the whole thing together. That and these two arms that come forward, the only thing that really holds this thing on. So no wonder it kind of teeters on the whole frame a little bit, huh? The more you know, the more scared you are. Just put her back together. Don't ask no questions. So I'm going to fix the other side because this bolt, this carriage bolt is loose. And that doesn't help either. That doesn't stiffen it up. So I'm assuming they lifted something really heavy or rammed something on the left hand side and bent that cylinder, the bucket, broke the frame. Must even broke this this pin right here that holds the pump frame and the cross frame on. Because on that side it's a bolt cut with a hole drilled in the end for the cotter pin. So this tractor had a hard life, but what loader tractor doesn't? Especially that's tractors from '76, so 86, 96, 2006, 2016. So 2026 will be 50 years, correct? Yeah, I think so. Unless I forgot a year or a decade somewhere, but yeah, 50-year-old loader. I mean, what do you expect? Got some hillbilly repairs. I think this side's been welded here. Looking at it, kind of looks like some of the shit I put on down below, huh? I really need to get a better welder, guys, and then I can fix some of this bigger stuff. Oh yeah, that other side has definitely been welded. So, anyhow, like I said, let me get the jack under this side, and I can pick it up in the front, keep it up, and then just push the tractor forward and set it down, and then I can kind of slide the loader around and position it as I need to. At least that's my hope. So, then I get that done, bring you guys back, and just see if anything's better. I have no idea. Alright, boys and girls, she's all back together. It seems a lot better than it was, so I guess we'll hook up the battery. I already checked the oil, it's alright. See what this thing starts up like. I know yesterday when I shut it off it was kind of surging, so see what happens here. It's out of gear. Yep. parking brakes on. Still a little cockeyed. Now this side isn't hitting first, so may kind of self-center. I would say the frame's still twisted. I don't know if you guys can see that there. See that there? So I think it's a lot better than it was. Still not perfect, but like this. Because the brake's locked, it probably won't do it. Turn the choke off. We are just idling here too. Haven't heard the loader brake yet, so I want to bottom the cylinders out once and see what it does here. This bottoms out on this side a little bit, so see there, it's flat up against that. There's about 3/8 of an inch over there. Before there was about an inch, inch and a half, so I'm alright with that. CCKA things. So a little bit of welding needs done on the seat pan and on the frame over there. So I'm gonna go drive this thing out front where the welder's at and see what I can do with that, and see if we're about out of gas. Yeah, probably. Probably sucking up the garbage on the bottom. So anyhow. Well, do some welding.